Boomer Help Desk, this is Charlize. Yes? Okay, calm down, calm down. All right, okay, so let me just get this straight. You just signed up for Yahoo Mail and you don't know how to use it? Is that correct? Okay, all right. Do you have anyone that's a millennial or younger to help you? No. Okay, your daughters are in Texas, living their best lives. Okay, okay, and you're in where? North Carolina. That's where all the boomers live nowadays. Okay, wow, good for you. All right, so it seems like you don't have anyone that is, I'm just taking notes, that is of a particular age to help you understand how to send emails and use Yahoo Mail. No worries. What's that? Yes, yes, I will help you understand how to use Yahoo Mail. Yes, 100%. Okay. Um, so what I'm going to do is take over your laptop. I'm shocked that you actually got through to us here virtually, but we'll tackle that later. Um, okay. So what you're looking at right now is Yahoo Mail. Hopefully you were able to log in, and that's your own password and email address that you've created when you signed up. So you've gotten through that. And if that's the case, sorry, one of my coworkers had a funny joke. Sorry, Megan, stop. Okay. So what you're going to do once you've opened up Yahoo Mail is look at the left navigation. We call this the left navigation. Okay. Yeah. No, I got that. I'll help you understand how to send. I'm just going to give you the anatomy of this, just so that you understand what you're doing. I feel like understanding the ins and outs will help you understand how to do what you got to do. Okay. All right, ma'am. So, like we said, if you look at my cursor, the left navigation basically gives you your immediate things to do, essentially. You've got your inbox. Your inbox is right below that big purple circle. The inbox looks like a literal box of mail. Click on it, and you should see all of your ads. You're just looking at my email account. I don't have a lot of email. I live a lonely life. And you'll see that I've got two mails, and this is a little deceptive. Shame on you, Yahoo. But we've got an ad here. This will change every time there's a refresh. So what I just did now, oh, we can just stay with light mode. What I did just now is I refreshed. It's giving me the same ads. No worries, no worries. But you'll see over time that top area will change. Oh, now it's asking me all these prompts and questions. Whenever you see something like this, ma'am, just click that. And by the way, what is your name again? Ah, okay, Miss Pat. Gotcha. I'll call you Miss Pat. Okay, Miss Pat. So as you see, you've got an ad here. It's just an advertisement. Don't click on it. You'll know it's an advertisement because it has the word ad up front. And when this does change every time you log in, never click on it unless you're interested, but never click on the ad. To the right here, you'll also see ads here. Never click on these ads unless you're really interested. But again, don't. Because why? You're on a limited income. Below, and again, we're still in the inbox. Below the ad, you'll see your emails, and you may have a lot. And as you see, when I hover over each email, you see a checkbox. We're going to go over that in a second. You'll also see if I hover over an email, I have these little action icons. Action icons, they're all over the place. You've got your move, your favorite or star, the ability to reply to the person who sent you the email, the ability to delete your email, the ability to mark it as unread, which essentially means you can just mark it as unread. Unread items look white. Read items are grayed out. So let's say I want to mark this as unread because I want it to look fresh and new. Now it's marked as unread. Well, now I don't. So I'm going to mark it as read. I also have these ellipses. Some people call them kebabs. Some people call them ellipses. Some people call them the three dots. Some people call them, who cares? but they're buttons. You can click on that and another set of actions appear. Archive, that just basically puts your email into a folder that you don't see. Search by sender, kind of self-explanatory, but let's say I want to know more about what Microsoft is sending me. I would just click this button to see more. Search by subject line. This is interesting. So if I click on the actual email, I can verify, of course, that the email is titled Verify Your Email Address. So if I click on search by subject line, I'll see all of the emails that have the same subject line. That may or may not be useful unless you're looking for forwards from a particular Reddit group or, oh, I'm sorry, you don't, Reddit. We'll talk about Reddit in a second, Miss Pat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, your daughter talks about it a lot? Yeah. Yeah, she sounds delightful. Okay, marking as spam. For now, we can hold off on this. But just so you know, anything that you mark as spam goes into a special folder that you can't see. And over time, Yahoo Mail will block emails from the person who sent it so that you no longer see that in your main email or in your main inbox account. And then blocking sender. Similar to spam, it just basically doesn't let that person email you at all. They'll get an error when they try. But don't worry about them. If you do get some malicious emails from anyone, I would just block them. They don't need to be in your presence anymore. And then down below, I would ignore this. They're just asking you your sentiment or if you were satisfied with the message preview. A message preview is the block of text or the sentence or sentences that are right after the title. I'm sorry, right after the name of the person who emailed you. So for this grayed out one, Microsoft account team sent me an email, and Yahoo went ahead and went through my emails and pulled out the first sentence of my email. I find this helpful. Do you need to tell them it was helpful? Maybe if you want to be helpful, but it's up to you, Miss Pat. Okay, so we've gone over the kebabs. We've gone over marking things as unread. We're just hovering over these icons. We've gone over delete, and what that does, it basically just puts it in a trash, so you'll never see it again. Reply. Reply allows you to reply, literally, to talk back to this person. So the person I want to reply to would be the Microsoft account team. And I can add a message like lorem ipsum, which really doesn't mean anything. And then I go down to the bottom here to send. What happens is that Yahoo takes the previous message, appends it to the bottom, lets me type something new up top. I can even add an image if I want, or codes or numbers or whatever, and it will put it there. Now, let's say I want to, let's go back. This might get too That's how you reply. Basically just talking back and forth to someone. Favorite, you can star something. When you star it, it just makes it easier for you to, it just bubbles it up to the top. And move. When you move, you actually are literally moving this email into a folder. So we're not going to go too crazy here, but we're going to say, let's move it, and let's move it into a new folder. Because I don't have any folders currently available, I'm going to create one. If I were to click more options, that just gets further into the filtering. And, well, Ms. Pat, we don't need to focus on that. I'm going to create my own folder. I'm going to call it Microsoft Stuff. Okay. So now I'm going to hover over my email again, click folder. Oh, look, there's my folder. I'm just going to click that. Now, where did it go? I don't know. I know it's in a folder, so I'm going to go back to the left primary navigation, click on folders, and wow, it's right there. Now, maybe I want to edit that folder. Maybe I want to rename it. Maybe I want to delete it. If I do delete it, everything in that folder goes away as well. Subfolders are not needed. It's just if you are extremely detail oriented, and at your age, why? You've got too much life to live outside of the internet. Okay. If you were to mark all emails in this folder as unread, you can archive them, you can delete all emails. Again, when you click on this folder, like we just did now, or you click on the folder icon and you hover over, that's what we're doing, we're hovering over, and we click the kebabs. Any action we do here only impacts this folder. That's it. Okay. So back to the inbox in the primary navigation. The Microsoft email is gone because we moved it to the folder. I've organized it a little, right? Maybe you want to do that. Maybe not. Ask your daughter. Okay, so we're still in the inbox and I still have this ad unit. And now I have that first email. It's a welcome email. Let's pretend I have friends and I have more emails here. So let's look at the other part of the primary navigation. Starred. Starred will show me that starred email. And even though it is in a different folder, it's still popping up here. And you can tell it's in a different folder because if you move your cursor to the right and click move, you can try to move it back to that folder, but it's already in there. It's not going to let you do that. You can move it to a new folder if you want. It's still starred. You can mark it as unread. And the more button, similar to the more button on the inbox level, it's just really letting you do more actions. This may not be for you, all of these actions. Maybe you just want to look at your inbox and file things into certain folders so you can find them later. Maybe you want to, organize funny memes and send them to your grandkids. Who knows? But you've starred some of your emails and they live in the starred section. Again, we've got some ads here. Don't click on them unless you really want to. Don't do it. Okay. Next, we have sent. Oops, someone at test plus boomerhelpdesk.yahoo.com sent an email to me. Okay, I'm going to preview that. Oh, okay. I dig it. This is where I can see all of the emails. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It wasn't someone who sent it to me. I sent it to this person. My bad. It's late, Miss Pat. I sent this email because this is my inbox, the sent button. It shows me all of the emails I've sent. End of story. Drafts. I started an email to someone, but I didn't finish it yet. I really like this meme apparently, so I try to send it to whomever I can. That said, it's going to stay in drafts until I actually add it to and then actually send that bad boy. But I'm still debating on who I send it to. And then again, you have your folders. If you click here, there are more actions where you could view all of the unread emails. So I have a handful of unread emails that I need to look through. The difference between unread and inbox is that inbox focuses on priority right now. I can also show all. I recommend you do that. But if you're looking for something in particular and you know that you've read that email, you just can't find it, go to priority or offers or social or newsletters because it may be in one of these secondary tab navigations. So again, inbox right now always defaults to priority. You can change it in your settings, but who wants to do that? Or when you go to inbox and you see priority, click all. That way you'll see every single thing. Archived are emails that you just don't want to delete, but you also don't want to see them. You don't want to be bothered by them. I don't really recommend you archive anything. I recommend you either put emails in folders. We'll create a new one. We're going to call it cooking. and it will house all of our Epicurious newsletters. So I recommend you either put your emails in folders, or you throw them away, or you put them in spam. So look here, I just created that new folder, and I want to add these 2 new newsletters. Actually, I take that back. I want to add everything into the cooking. How do I do that? Well, when I'm at all and I click on one of the boxes, I can click on all of the boxes because it will highlight. So I hope you saw that on the top left here. We'll do it again just to make it clear. So the button says all now, but if I click one, it changes to a selector button, and I can select all. See, it's a check mark. And I can move to cooking. Great. Now everything is in my cooking folder. And actually, these shouldn't be there. So I'm going to select these individually, and I can drag and drop. Why won't you let me drag and drop? I can't drag and drop. Oh, I'm not a good help desk person. I have to move. And I'm going to move these to priority. So when you move, apparently you're moving them to those secondary navigation items. So I chose priority. So what I just did there was I took some of those items that were in the folders folder, I selected them, and I moved them to the secondary navigation here, which is a secondary navigation, and I put them in the priority box. I'll still see them in the all because I've put them in the all section, but they're categorized as priority. I don't agree with this, but I don't work for Yahoo, so I can't help you there. But they should have given you the option just to put it in the main inbox, but they didn't. Who knows when they will. But right now, you put it in priority. It's there if you want to go back to see your Microsoft or Yahoo Mail or Clipchamp stuff. Or like I said, if you want to see the stuff that you've put into your specific folders, which might be helpful for, your special weight loss groups or your knitting circle friends, I recommend you do that. Okay, so we've learned the basics of the left navigation. That took a lot, maybe because I talk a lot. But let's say you want to send an email. I hope you know how to do this. But if not, all you have to do is click the new message and start typing. And over time, it should remember your email address or the email addresses that you send to. Not yours. It should remember the email addresses of the friends you send to. And you should be able to, it'll auto-populate. So let's say I want to send, we'll send it to ourselves. Boomer. You see? I've already sent it to myself once before. All I had to do was type in the first 5 letters, or maybe even 2 or 3, and it made it appear in the drop down. So now I'm just going to click help desk. And it has all of the other emails that are in my inbox as well. Well, I don't want to send to them. And so I can fill out my subject and I can send it. Let's say I want to add an attachment. Click attach files, and it will invoke your desktop's file system, and you can select from there. Anything you've saved to your desktop or anything you've downloaded should appear in that file system, and you can select that. Or let's say you just want to send someone a funny emoji. Click that. And then you can format your text as well. These are your formatting buttons. So if I were to type, "This is cool," and let's say I want to bold that, B stands for bold, so I click that. I want to also italicize it. I need to underline it. And I also need to change the color. pink. And that's it. Everything else down here, when you click the kebab, it gives you more formatting choices. Formatting as in text control choices. Okay, let's say I've changed my mind and I don't want to send this email to anyone. I'm going to just trash it by clicking this button here or deleting it. Okay, now let's say I'm actually going to send that email. It's in drafts because I started it, but I didn't send it. And I'm going to send it to myself. So now it is here. I want to forward this to my friend at ASU. So I will send it to my friend at ASU, and she'll get this, and bam, sent. So whenever you open an existing email that has been sent to you, you can forward, you can reply like we saw earlier. You can mark as unread, which we know about from the earlier review. Favorite it, move it to a folder, trash it, do other things. You can also print, and this will trigger your printer. Viewing the raw message just takes out all the formatting and just gives you code, and no one really needs this unless you're working with Yahoo's help desk and they need these IDs to triage an issue. No one should ever need this. No one, unless you contact Yahoo. If someone contacts you and tells you to send them this information, don't do it. It's probably a scam. All right, those are the basics. I'm going to stop right now. This is basically how you use Yahoo Mail. Oh, one good point, Miss Pat. You should be able to search your email as well, right? So this is not the search in your actual browser. This black part is a browser. Your browser supports your email. It also supports other things. You type in URLs or links, and the browser basically finds that link and shows it on your browser, on your interface. Here, we've typed in mail.yahoo.com, and the browser kicked back yahoo.com's mail because we asked for it. So that's what we see here. So when someone tells you to search for something, don't go into this bar. This is your URL bar. Go into this search bar, which is in the body of your Yahoo account, okay? In the body of it. It's next to the logo. So if anything, just go next to the logo. Okay, Miss Pat? And you can type something here. Let's say I'm looking for some of those cooking things, newsletters. I'm going to just put cooking. No, cook. Oh, look. It pre-populated. It made me, it's showing me some of the emails that I already have that have the keyword cook. That's cool. Great. I didn't just get cook though. I also got cooking. If I had something that had the word cookies, COOKIES, it would have an email that had the word cookies in it, plus these two as well, because it takes segments of words like cook, cooking, cookies, cooked, doesn't pass sense, and it shows it to you there. You can cancel or clear the search. You can also try the advanced. Don't click on advanced unless you want specific data. As in, I want to know when I want to know an email that has the word family and it was sent to me, and it was sent to me in the last 7 days, and it has a photo. I don't have anything that matches that. I recommend not to use this unless you specifically need to know certain details. Let's say you have 1,000 emails and you're looking for one email from grandma that mentions when the potluck rib event is happening. because you have a special rib sauce that you need to actually get to grandma and uncle. Go ahead and search. But I would just search rib cook-off, and it should find it if that's somehow mentioned in any of your emails. You can also search the web, where Yahoo is basically acting like Google. It is a search engine as well. And it will take you away from this, and it will open a new tab that will help you search for rib stuff, if that's your thing. And that's it. So I hope you understand now, Ms. Pat, the basics of using Yahoo Mail. If you have any questions, let us know. More than happy to help. But the basics, you've got your primary navigation on the left, your secondary navigation up top. And if you click into an email, you've got a tertiary navigation up here that helps you reply back to that person or forward that person. That's it for now. Call us back if you have any other questions. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. You have a good day too.